just like the making of Star Wars. Any announcement about any making of Star Wars or anything?
Well,
these two franchises.
It's very good that you mentioned Star Wars. That's a great segue because that's the next thing I wanted to discuss. The first news item being that the DP of the original Star Wars, Gilbert Taylor, passed away this past week.
Yeah, I know.
He shot tons of movies, including Doctor Strangelove, of course. But 99 years old. I read, like, they've been running quotes from past interviews he did, and I read that he said George Lucas was of absolutely no help in making Star Wars. He offered no
I believe that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how much can we actually consider Star Wars to be actually the visual look of Star Wars to actually be the work of Gilbert Taylor rather than of George Lucas?
Yeah, but part of what makes Star Wars exciting, the first Star Wars and his work on it, is the fact that obviously all movies were shot on film back then, but they are also shot using models and all of that practical stuff. Apparently, the next Star Wars movie that J.J. Abrams is doing, they announced it will be shot on film, 35mm film. It will not be shot in 3D.
Thank God.
Which doesn't mean the studio can't post-convert it, but maybe
true.
they will. But J.J. Abrams is against the use of 3D for Star Wars, and they are expanding their model department. So I think they're going old school with Star Wars. I think they're making
all of that
huge
is good
models
news.
and stuff.
It is good news.
All that stuff is good news. Check. All that stuff's good news.
Well, now it all comes down to the story. It comes down to the story. I don't even care about casting so much. It just comes down to the story. And story-wise, the rumors that have popped up are troubling. But, I mean, we talk – actually, it's a good thing. We actually talked about bringing – I mentioned earlier about if Nolan came back to direct, the Batman – this is this upcoming Batman, Superman movie or whatever the hell it's called. Lucas going back to direct Star Wars may be the ultimate textbook lesson that no, you should not go back.
Don't do it. You can't go home again.
Look, even Francis Ford Coppola. As much as I love it, I do like the third Godfather movie. You can't. It doesn't matter who you are. You cannot recapture that magic. Even if Polanski came back and directed the two Jakes, it would not be able to recapture that.
Especially with the expanse of time that's fallen in between, if a large expanse of time has happened in between, projects or whatever, it's harder.
It is. It's very hard
to capture that. Yeah.
Just can you imagine how much people will lose their shit once they announce that Ben Affleck is the new Luke Skywalker? I mean, that's going to be.
Oh God, that's it, dude. That's it. The world will erupt in flames. I mean, just in flames. The world will just be destroyed.
Why doesn't Ben Affleck take every? Ben Affleck is the new Forrest Gump. Like he could take every single beloved character